Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Unix and today I'm going to be showing you my diamond factory. And in this factory we take cobblestone, we take dirt, gravel, and sand, and we convert that to diamond. Okay, it uses the equivalent exchange 3 mod, um, and this is kind of the basic setup that I've got here. The most important thing is that basically uh, how this works is we have a quarry on the other end of this item tesseract, and it's going to pump all its materials in here. We use a diamond transport pipe to filter out the what I like to call the crap materials, being the cobblestone, the sand, the gravel, and dirt, and then we filter those out individually over here in this secondary diamond pipe. So if we go back to the front here, you'll see that we have a dirt pipe, we have a gravel pipe, and we have a sand pipe. So you might be asking, where's the cobblestone? Well, the cobblestone is coming in to the back side of these pulverizers. And that way, they basically, oh God, I'm getting stuck. They get pulverized into sand. Well, there is a small chance that you'll get gravel. That's kind of what this upper pipe is. So we just tie that into the gravel pipe. Using iron pipes here to direct flow, make sure that everything's going in a uniform direction. And then once the sand comes out, it's going to come out here. We're going to use 4 auto crafting tables to craft that into sandstone. Okay. And then from there on out, you're pretty much going to use equivalent exchange 3, and you're going to need these advanced crafting tables to do that. You also need lasers, and you'll need to power those lasers using combustion engines or Stirling engines. I prefer to use combustion engines. So in a survival mode, like I'm playing here, it takes quite a bit of infrastructure to get up to this point. You're going to have to get oil, you're going to have to get a refinery, you're going to have to get a quarry, both which take a fair amount of diamond. And right now I don't have water in my aqueous accumulators just yet. But basically, if you don't already know, this is just used to cool the combustion engines. I will be piping in the fuel, and then I have a basic redstone control here that turns the combustion engines on and off. The redstone engines, pretty much that you see here that are going full blast, are pretty much just there to get the items out of the auto crafting and advanced crafting tables. You can just let those run, as they don't really burn any fuel. They just use redstone to run. So continuing on, how this works is it works through the equivalent exchange mod. So if you just type in diamond, you'll get the diamond here, and if you click on it and use these arrows, you'll see that it takes 4 gold in this arrangement with 1 Mininum stone, and you'll get a diamond. So how do you get the gold? Well, you get the gold from iron in this configuration. Well, how do you get the iron? You get the iron from clay. We're skipping the obsidian for right now. You can separate that out and add its own advanced crafting table, and then pipe the iron together and what have you. But for right now, in this setup, I'm just using just the clay. So basically, you use the clay blocks to get the iron, and then how do you get the clay? You get the clay from gravel and sandstone. Okay, and then you can also turn your dirt into gravel. So what that does is it encompasses all the crap materials, being the sand, the dirt, the gravel, the cobblestone, and it turns it into diamond. So as you can see here, we've got a bunch of sand coming out. Okay, we got 10 pulverizers here to keep up with our cobblestone output, and then we have 4 crafting tables that are going to be crafting sandstone. Once that sandstone comes out, it's going to go into this advanced crafting table, which turns it into clay. Okay, now our gravel feed is basically going to do the same thing. So we're going to clay. And then any dirt that comes in is going to be converted into gravel. So then all the gravel comes together from the gravel pipe, as you can see right here, and it gets turned into clay. So our clay output goes here. We're going to turn it into clay blocks. Then the clay blocks go into iron. The iron goes into gold, and then finally our gold goes into diamond, which will end up here at the end of the factory. One question you guys might have is about the Mininum stone. The Mininum stone is consumed in the process of making the diamond. It has about 1,500 uses out of it, and the only way to make a Mininum stone that I've found, which is the easiest way, is to basically put something in this calcinerator with a fuel source at the bottom that has at least 8,000 or so EMC. And the only two things that fit in that category are emeralds and diamonds. So the important thing to know is that no matter what you do, you'll never, with the diamond factory, you will never produce more diamonds than it basically consumes in Mininum stones. So therefore, basically, if you don't use emeralds, you're never going to have a positive return on your diamonds. And so the best way I've found to find emeralds is, one, you can mine them with the quarry. In my last quarry, I got about 20 emeralds out of it, and it was a 4 chunk by 4 chunk or maximum sized quarry. Or, as you may already know, you can go and trade stuff to villagers for emeralds. And so what's one other thing that I do is I just mark villages on my map, and I usually name it whatever I can trade for emerald, whether it's iron or wool or whatever. So what you do is you're going to need this inert stone, which is pretty easy to build. There's a recipe here for it. And then you're also going to need a Mininum dust, which there is no recipe for. It doesn't show it to you. But if you Google it, you'll find that you have to put something of at least 8,192 EMC in a calcinerator, and once you do that, it will basically start to make this Mininum dust. Okay, and so once you do that, you need 8, and you'll take that Mininum dust and you put it in the aludel with the inert stone and some fuel source, of course. And that will give you 1 Mininum stone. Alright, so we got the Mininum dust. Let's just drop that into the aludel, and then we should get 1 Mininum stone out. Alright, there we go. And again, this guy has about 1,500 uses, and so based on the number of sand, dirt, gravel, etc. that's required to get all the way up to a diamond, you're not going to be able to make 8 diamonds before that Mininum stone burns up in the beginning, and you'll have to replace it. And that's basically it, guys. Pretty simple. I do have a big reactor at the bottom down there to power all my pulverizers, which I would recommend. It's pretty efficient and at making RF power, and you can make quite a bit of it to be able to support a large amount of machines. I won't get too much into this right here for right now, although that if you want to know more, check out my Tekkit Mission to Mars series, and we're going to be basically using all these materials to automate rocket production, essentially. So I still haven't looked into that fully yet, so I don't even know if it's possible, but that's kind of the idea. Anyway, if you have any questions on the Diamond Factory, let me know in the comments below, and I'll get those answered for you, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks.